What's going on, everybody? I'm Beveraji. This is my review of Demon Slayer, the movie Mugen Train. Now, a couple things before we start. This is a review from the point of view of a complete anime amateur. This is only the second anime I've ever seen, and I binged it recently. I picked it up just about a month ago. Just something to watch, recommended by a friend. Ran through the entire season within a week because I loved it so much and was obviously incredibly elated to find out that there was a movie coming out. I have watched the dubbed version of the TV series, and I also watched the dubbed version of the movie. And as far as this review goes, I'm going to keep it spoiler free. No major plot point spoilers, and no spoilers as far as what my definition of a spoiler is. If you haven't seen the movie and you're anxious at all to hear even the tiniest bit of spoiler, I would recommend just not watching and going to just go and watch this incredible movie. Spoiler alert to just how I feel about the movie. So as someone who is entirely brand new to anime, just as brand new as you can possibly be, I went into this not having any idea what to expect from an anime movie. If I had any concern about what it would end up being, it was that it would be just kind of a long, dragged out version of one of the episodes with just lots of filler to fill in the time slot, where as opposed to 20-something minutes, you have your almost 2-hour movie. That was my only concern, if anything. I guess the industry would call that kind of a cash grab, which we all know has happened time after time. But with anime movies, obviously, I didn't know what to expect. So that was the mindset. I went in, that's not what I got whatsoever. Absolutely nothing was dragged out in this film. The irony is, I'd say about a third of the way into the movie, I felt like there was the potential to have a couple scenarios dragged out, and I thought that they would go that route, but they absolutely did not. They kind of nipped that in the butt as soon as they could, and then we carried on with the storyline and the plot very seamlessly. Being a little bit less vague about it, there are dream scenes that involve multiple characters. The concern was that they'd be dragged out on a couple of particular characters, and they just weren't at all. They were just the perfect amount of time to keep the flow of this movie going and absolutely have you not lose interest or question kind of the integrity of the filmmaking process and storytelling more than anything. For avid watchers of the TV series, the movie did tremendous job of dropping hints several times, more than I want to say about 3 or 4 different times, hints for the future of the show. Very subtle, yet at the same time pretty obvious somehow, even though those words kind of clash with one another. A couple of the hints are very spoilerish, one of them not so much, in reference to the color of a sword and its connected potential capabilities. I thought this movie did just enough for the side characters, especially considering the scope of this is a movie, this is a film. We're not character building TV episode to episode with your typical character arc. A movie really changes things up, so your side characters are going to have much different focus on them than you'd have in that TV series. So I really thought it was perfect for Zenitsu, Inosuke, and even Nezuko. Now, as far as she's concerned, I can see the argument, and I say this because I've seen it in a couple places. I can see the argument for whether it's not being featured enough or not put in the strongest light. One of the beauties of this show is just how tremendous the TV series is, and I think that the TV series did such an incredible job with Nezuko, where she had that incredible moment during the arc in the TV series where the show was at its best, kind of that episode 16 to 20-ish stretch when they're in the mountains and they're fighting Ryu. She's there for the aid of her brother Tanjiro. We really got to see her capabilities, and you're afforded the time with that character arc within the TV series to kind of focus on her. I think her moments in this film were perfectly done, and they were just enough, and they were vital because they were vital in developing the opinion of how Rengoku sees her, because That's the character we're really worried about and focused on in this movie, as he's a brand new character and one of the stars of the film. And how he specifically views her, a demon, is directly linked into his character development, which is exactly what you want to put the focus on in this film. As a film that is quite that, it's a movie, and we want to really get our main characters the development they deserve, particularly brand new. And man, what is there to even say about Rengoku? I mean, you have this. I'm gonna call him brand new. We got him a little bit in the TV series, but barely. If you watch the TV series, you know that he's just kind of barely teased. He comes into this movie and just really takes over. You just as far as it's really stressed just how cool he is, just how powerful he is, just what his capabilities are. And beyond all that, we're just talking about visuals, aesthetics, and his powers. You go down to the core and the personality and his values, those things were just as important and stressed in this movie as anything else. And now you have a complete character development, and you can't really ask for anything else as far as your main character goes. You got all of that, and the payoff of all of it was just so sweet. Nailing the essence of Rengoku and what he stands for was so important for this movie, and for me personally, it was so wonderfully done. Visually, this movie was stunning. I mean, the TV show itself is absolutely stunning. I wouldn't say that the movie was any more visually stunning than the TV series, but that's already a compliment because the TV series is already stunning. So if you go watch this movie in the movie theater, you're going to have an enhanced experience already with those visuals because you're obviously in a theater. So you had those same visuals you get from the TV series, except the TV series spends a lot of time in forests and you have your classic battle scenes. In the movie, you get all of that, as well as you get introduced to a couple new settings that provide some new visuals that is really exciting to see because it's really fresh and just brand new as opposed to what you got to see in the TV series. Again, not doing an expanded episode and really focusing on the fact that this is a movie. Again, if you're knowledgeable of the TV series and just how the antagonists work and the previous antagonists, then you'll understand that everything was done very logically from that standpoint in this film. I feel like diving any deeper into it does get pretty spoilery. The way that was handled really not only makes it perfect from a filmmaking perspective where this movie works standalone, but it also again projects you into when the season 2 of the series comes out and gives you a lot to look forward to. Haven't really spoken on Tanjiro. Tanjiro was Tanjiro in this film. He's already one of, if not the best part of this show, and he was everything you would expect from him and more in this movie. And most importantly, in this movie, beyond the incredible battle sequences, the stunning visuals, getting an actually well done standalone movie film. Obviously, this experience is going to be significantly better had you seen the TV series. You can't even compare. I feel like that should go without saying. I do feel like this movie works quite well as a standalone movie as well going into it because of just how well done you had your two main characters being Rengoku and Tanjiro really carrying this movie across and really being developed so well. Tanjiro is Tanjiro. We know he wears his heart on his sleeve. He wears his empathy on his sleeve. You see that right away if you're someone who's never seen the TV series and you're watching this movie. And again, Rengoku is a new character, like I said, was built up so well from the start of this movie to the end of it that you got that full arc with him. But above all, the best part of this movie was true invoked emotion from the audience. If you have any kind of heart whatsoever, you watch this movie, you will feel things and you will enjoy it. That, along with absolutely stunning visuals in all aspects, what more can you really ask for? I watched this movie twice in theaters. I watched it back-to-back days in separate theaters. That's how much I enjoyed it. I give this movie a 9.1 out of 10. Highly recommend. Go watch it. Go watch it twice. If you haven't seen the series, go watch the series. This is incredible from a brand new anime watcher. I just couldn't be more grateful that I had the pleasure of having this honestly masterpiece of a film made with so much heart in it. So much heart. Again, I'm an absolute anime amateur, not a professional movie reviewer. Don't be too hard on me. The first anime I actually ever watched was One Punch Man. Really, really enjoyed it. I only saw season one. I did record completely full and uncut reactions to every single episode. I have those all on my Patreon. The link is in the description. If you want to check that out, you can check that out. Again, I really enjoyed this show. I have yet to watch season 2. I plan on diving into that very soon. And I've yet to make a decision on the third anime that I'm going to be diving into. The third anime that I'll have ever seen after One Punch Man and Demon Slayer. So if you guys want to drop me some comments and suggestions on what I should make my third anime, please do that. I would really appreciate that. Thank you guys all so much. I hope you enjoyed the movie. Bye.